Jason Rice here with another Lot Party quick tip. Did a apology video earlier this morning. Again, I apologize for missing that conference. Brian Pash and the crew, but wanted to get out at least a tip right now. I've been talking about, seems like I did a video, I think, right at the end of October, talking about if your inventory is aging. Right now, I want to talk about, you know, just like in the title of this or the comments on here, I said, there's a time to buckle down. And I'm talking inventory management because, when it comes to running a dealership, there's certain seasons and events that cause us either to buckle down, to maybe be strategic, maybe to blow things up and advertise and get things and then there's times to have fun. And sometimes there's a combination of everything. Over the last, from pretty much mid-April, May range to about September, a lot of dealerships got to have fun and almost get to have fun and be sloppy. They say good habits form at the worst of time and bad habits form at the best of times. So a lot of dealerships had the best of times, had record months, had record sales, and were able to get sloppy but have some fun and kind of blew things up. But here's the thing. Since mid-October, what I was talking about with, mid-October, things started slowing down and they seemed to really kind of hit a wall with a lot of dealerships. Not that you're not going to sell cars, not that you're still not going to get your market share, not that the world's ending for dealerships. I'm just saying things are starting to slow down. And what happens usually at the end of the year is things slow down. We're going into December and the holidays. We start cutting back or holding back, and that makes sense. But I also think you need to do it strategically. Not that you still can't have fun, not that you can't still blow things up. But right now, a lot of dealerships are buckling down. But also you need to do it strategically, and you need to make sure that what you're investing your time and money and energy in, as far as vendors and what should I be doing or working on to stir things up for my company or my dealership. To me, it's inventory. Obviously you got service, but you're there to sell cars, and so you need to make sure your inventory is right. I'm giving an example. I just bought a dually crew cab F350. It's a used 2017. Super Duties, heavy duties are very hard to come by. When I seen this one, had a little bit of aftermarket on it. It's a 17 low miles, pretty truck, I should say. I kind of jumped on a little bit quick because I know these things sell fast. Matter of fact, when I looked at the competitive set, most of those vehicles were only 2 weeks old, 7 days old, 21 days. This one was 31 days old. I was telling my wife these things move fast. And she's like, well, why is it sitting there for 30 days then? And so started looking around, and that vehicle wasn't listed as a dually. Okay, it wasn't listed online as a dually. So my thoughts is, if I'm looking, I'll traditionally look at F350s. That's what I was buying. I wouldn't necessarily narrow it down to a dually, but I didn't need one. I wouldn't mind one. We have a big 42-foot fifth wheel camper that we tow, and I know 7 tons. I know, and I have a 350 single wheel, but I knew a dually can give us stability. But I've been running this camper with a single wheel, and I thought maybe a short bed would be nice because I have a long bed right now. So I was open. I just do F350 search, but people looking for dualies are going to narrow their search down to dualies. And this vehicle wasn't listed as a long bed or a dually. It looked like a lot of time their VIN explosion just kind of listed their car, and they were not much detail. It's a Lariat, so things loaded up, roof and stuff, and they had some of those features in there. But man, this thing had the tow tech package. It had some kind of weather pack. It's drive assisted things loaded up, and that wasn't in their comments and descriptions and or the build out of the vehicle. So again, if I went to, let's say, cars.com, narrowed it down to F350 dualies, this truck was missing, and I think that's why it was sitting on a lot. My point being is you got to make sure your inventory is right now. Your job as a used car manager, as a dealership, is to get your vehicles in front of many people as possible. As a used car manager, you're more of a marketing manager than you are an inventory manager. Okay, and what I mean by that, I started selling 1997. Those are still the days of the balloons and the purple gorillas and mailers and TV ads. Drive as many people to your floor as you can, and they're asking you, hey, what kind of trucks do you have? And we start showing them our trucks, and I try to use my sales skills to sell them a truck, and the manager uses their sales skills to get them to buy that truck. Now most customers are coming in with that truck already in mind, already narrowed down. They're going to try you on price, but basically your job there is, when it's not so much as sales, it's just confirming that they made a good decision and have the rest of their numbers line up as far as trade values and payment and interest rates. So sales skills are still important, but your biggest asset and job now is not so much the strength of your closing ability as it is just to get your vehicles in front of many people as possible, because they're not just coming up on the lot going, hey, what kind of trucks you got? You might get one or two of those, but most of the people already have it narrowed down. And if they can't find your dually, they ain't showing up to your lot, and that car's going to sit longer than it should. And so right now, if you're going to buckle down, look at, be strategic, and look at what is helping you be more strategic with your inventory. Not to just drop prices just to drop price. So it's been 7 days since the last price change, to make a few buck adjustments, see if I can get somebody interested. You got to be more strategic with your decisions on your inventory and how you market it and get it out there, because as this market shrinks, as there's less people shopping but more inventory out there available for them to buy, and especially as dealers, we bought it for high dollar amounts, because back in September and October, I'm buying these cars based off August and September sales rates and wholesale values. The cars I have in my lot right now, unless I just bought them, I paid too much for them in current retail market values. So be strategic to make as much profit on these cars, and don't just change prices. For example, we give insight into saying, if you're heavy in 2017s, if you're heavy in trucks, if you're bleeding through in your 31 to 45 age bucket of cars is not selling to the rate you're carrying, and maybe your pricing's gone up in that bucket. So imagine having a 31 to 45 day old 2017 large pickup truck that you're heavy in trucks, you're heavy in 17s, you're not selling enough out of that bucket, it's not converting, haven't had any leads, haven't changed the price in a week. Now that's a smart decision versus just going, hey, let's go drop some prices, see if we can stir things up. So be cautious. Obviously a lot of dealerships do draw back, but you got the rest of November, December, and January to tighten up your inventory. Use these months, because February, March starts the sales cycle where shopper counts go up, activity and sales actually start peaking in those months. You don't want to have February, the strong sales month, and you don't want to have to use that strong sales month to eat out of cars that you own in October, November, December, and January, all this age stuff. Now you're having good volume, but your grosses might not be there because you're selling cars that, in November you decided you didn't want to address or didn't address appropriately. This market's moving fast. The car you priced at 97% 3 days ago, it might be at 98 and 99% right now. And if you're not in there adjusting it and having reasons behind it, you could be costing yourself gross and not making enough gross or not getting your cars out. Make sure you do your virtual lot walk. Touch every car listed online. Look for low tire warnings right now in your pictures, because it's starting to get colder and tires are going to deflate. Look for pictures with trees in the background with leaves on them that looks like summertime, or your dash shot that shows it's 92 degrees because it's a car that was still there from August. So start being, if you're going to buckle down because it's slowing down, be strategic. Okay, if you want a free inventory evaluation, go to Lotpop.com. We'll walk you through these things. This isn't proprietary data that you can only get through vAuto. These are tips that you can do yourself, or do for Lotpop. I'm sorry, I said vAuto. This isn't proprietary information that you can only get from Lotpop. So I'm not pitching us because we got some magic powder to sell you. These are things that you could do. We just happen to take them off your plate or make them easier for you to access. So you want a free inventory evaluation, Lotpop.com. Check it out. If you want some free wristbands for first 30, we push that. I'll give you a message. I'll send you those wristbands. And go to YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to our channel there. Put any comments in this. If you agree, disagree, in a YouTube channel, put in the comments. YouTube channel, it's got 200 plus tips. So hope this was helpful. Lotpop.com. And give me a call or email if you need anything, or direct message me, wherever platform you're seeing this, on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. Hope this was helpful.